Hi, everybody. This is Victoria Weinstein, and this is Just a Minute Jam with PeaceBang, September 7th, 2015 edition. It's actually Labor Day today, and I hope you had a great one. I want to respond. I want to take just a minute to respond to a YouTube personality and comedian named Miss Arbour. What's her name? Nicole Arbour, who posted a video called Dear Fat People, I guess a day ago. Of course, she's talking to me, and it's a manically edited, kind of cutesy, woo woo, lots of cuts and chops, and she's hashtagging, and I don't have that kind of editing knowledge, so I'm just going to straight up talk to her. Um, Nicole basically hates fat people, but in this video, she's trying to convince us or her viewers that she doesn't hate fat bodies and fat people, but she's concerned for our health. So she keeps saying things like, "Oh, I love you, fat people. I just want you to stay around a little longer." And this is what we call concern trolling. Okay, there's actually a name for it. And I want to say that there's a lovely lady named Whitney Way Thor, who apparently has a show on TLC called My Big Fat Fabulous Life, who chimed in on the debate and left her own response, and it's good. It's funny, and it's good. Lots of good sarcasm. I wanted to weigh in, see what I did there? With a ministerial perspective, and also a fat person's perspective. A couple of points. First of all, I guess it bears saying again that fat people don't need to be educated on the whole concept of eating too much, consuming too many calories, plus not moving enough equals weight gain. Usually. We got that, okay? We know that. We're usually pretty knowledgeable about that. You'd be amazed how much fat people know. So thanks a lot for the information, but we know. The more important part here, though, is this emphasis. It's so false on, oh, I just care about you. I just don't want your life to end prematurely. You're making yourself sick, blah, 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 blah. That all might be true. And that's a conversation that any fat person can have with people who really do love them and with themselves, with their doctors, with their therapists. Just like anyone who makes choices that aren't life-giving and healthy would make with people who really love them or really genuinely care about them, which is not you, Nicole Arbour. What you've done with your video is actually engaged in fat bashing and hatred, virulent contempt of fat bodies. Your whole segment about having to sit next to or actually even see a fat family at the airport, which I'm not even sure I believe is true because it's getting to be like an urban legend. Everybody has their story of like, I had to sit next to the fat person on the airplane and their big fat belly oozed into my personal space and it was so disgusting and they smelled like bacon. She actually says that. She actually says that this family smells. So this is sort of this visceral loathing of fat bodies. I'm getting into a serious run-on sentence here, by the way. I don't even know where I began. But it's not about love and it's not about care. People make unhealthy choices all the time and everyone dies of something. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but I actually know that firsthand because that's the work that I do. And I bury thin people all the time. I bury thin people who get cancer because they live in a toxic environment or they have a genetic predisposition to the disease. I bury thin diabetics. I can think of a couple right offhand. I have ministered to people in hospitals who are young and fit and have made all those wonderful, healthy choices about exercising and eating well, who got heart disease anyway, or who got something else. There are people who shorten their lifespan by multiple addictions to alcohol, to risky behaviors, okay? Like unprotected sex, like, driving too fast and dangerously and making other choices that are just, in a split second, you're gone. So please don't try to convince fat people that this is about love and concern for our lifespan, because it's not. I also want to point out, and it's really not for me to say, but I hope you are taken to task, Nicole, for your really um, offensive, racist objectification of African American church women. The comment that you tossed off was something like, well, I really love me some fat black church ladies. Let me assure you, Nicole Arbour, no one in the church community of any color or size is looking for your approval of their bodies. Okay? Get that, okay? Figure that one out. So this has been just a minute with PeaceBang. I hope I got you thinking, all of you, and I hope that whatever you do, that you actually do it with love. That's to Nicole Arbour, who might want to think twice or maybe even 3 times before gracing the interwebs with her emotional violence against fat bodies or any kind of bodies. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Kiss of peace.